Welcome back, Alphas. In this video, we'll cover some quick tips you might not know about crewing or operating the Anvil Carrack, and some of these tips can even be used on other ships. So hold position. For when you aren't sure which drugs to apply, or for when you're out of medical supplies, here's how to treat injuries, like my busted leg here, using the med bed. First, lie down. Then, choose medical care on the left. Inspect the injury and the prescribed medicine. In the top left, choose the kind of grayed out looking tab called Treatment. On that screen, you'll notice that the treatment matches the previous tab, but now you get to see extra options, like this box for you to check, selecting which treatment you want to apply. And then finally, click the Perform Treatment button in the bottom right. CIG said backers can expect fewer outright deaths than in the past, but to expect even more injuries in the persistent universe. Treating injuries used to be one click in a medbed, yet now it's more complex. By the way, I've been able to treat Tier 3 chest injuries with the Carrack medbed. This should work in the medbed of the 890 jump as well. Some restrictions apply. See future patch notes for details. Imagine that you're on a bunker mission, and you need to take out the turrets. The big ships, like the Carrack or the Hercules series, will pull the attention of the turrets, letting the FR-86s take the beating, while your buddy in a fighter flies right up next to the base turrets and takes them out. Tell us in the comments what you think causes the bigger ships to pull aggro. So you're on the technical deck, leaving your station to disembark quickly. Here's how to save time. To get to the garage the quickest, skip calling the elevator and instead take the ladder, and hold down left shift while descending, and you'll slide down to the bottom way faster than climbing down. This is also handy in any ship with tall ladders like the Reclaimer, the Hercules series, and others. When you take the lift down to disembark, be courteously efficient by asking yourself, is a party member also exiting the ship? If so, save the party time by sending the lift back up to their level as you step off. You can press more than one button on the elevator, just like in real life. Then, they're not waiting on the lift, which ultimately may save you time. I mean, if you're going to be waiting on them before starting the action anyway, you may as well send up the lift. Are you feeling too lazy or maybe unprepared to drink or eat after all that ladder sliding? I don't want to have to take off my helmet. I'm like Mandalorian or whatever now. Lie down in the medbed. Watch your hydration and nourishment levels rise without doing anything. You're all juiced up before the animation has even ended. Get back out there, Marine. And you may want to set your respawn to the Carrack, because this ship only has one entrance from the ground, but more on that later. To set your spawn, use the regeneration panel on the wall next to the bed. Oh, speaking of walls, you know how they say Carrack is life, Carrack is love, Carrack is home? Well, I was thinking like maybe about stenciling life, love, home in the captain's quarters, like, you know, above my bunk. What do you think? Always set your power capacitors to 0% weapons. The turrets on the Carrack have their own power, independent from the pilot. So with no weapons, you can use that extra juice for even faster shield regen and or fill your boost bar faster. Several times has that extra shield regen bought me enough time to be able to get back to the bridge and dust off, saving the ship and her stored loot. Carrack pilots can just focus on lining up gunners, turn and burn maneuvers, and tumultuous atmospheric storms.
There, yeah! Good job, guys.
Yeah, nice job.
Speaking of tumultuous storms, at the time of this recording, heavy storms on moons or planets could blow your ship away. Even after you park it, turn off the engines and walk away, often it gets moved just enough that the ramp is too far off the ground to jump up to. And it seems counterintuitive, yet here's what to do as a precaution. Leave your Carrack's engines on, 100% power to shields as you disembark. And if a storm blows your Carrack around while landed, the ship's engines will help push it back down somehow, hopefully keeping that only entrance to the ship accessible. And in worst case, you've already set your respawn to the Carrack anyway, right? With refueling being added in Star Citizen 317, there are some things to consider when it comes to the Carrack. She's built for exploration and has massive fuel tanks. Her tanks are deep, but she's a gas hog. She devours fuel faster than most ships, especially using boost, due to her size, cause she busty. Compared to other ships, she can fly for a real long time without refueling. Yet, think about how getting refueled by a starfarer would go. It takes a while to refuel a Carrack when you're low. You'd be a sitting duck for such a long time as the refuel crew worked. And without fully manned turrets, the Carrack has major blind spots against an attack, which would certainly cause the refuel op to end prematurely, right? The Carrack has got to maneuver in combat because the shields, as thick as they are, they won't hold forever. And I don't even want to think about torpedoes when I'm refueling. And if you have a ship in your Carrack's hangar and you have a spare party member, refueling may be a great time to send out your fighter to launch your Viper BSG style before linking up with the Starfarer. You know, get your support craft patrolling, watching for radar contacts until refuel is near completion. In my Carrack, I like to house an Aurora LN or my M50 or my Battle Pisces, each with some sort of distortion weapon loadout. So what about you? Post below. If you found this video helpful, share it to your favorite Discord, tap that like. Then we'll know you want more tips, tricks, and bug workarounds. I guess we could just all jump in the air like 80s style and I could freeze frame it and then put some cheesy music on. Alright, so 3, 2, wait, not yet. Wait, not yet, hold on. 3, 2, dang it, Cliff!